Hello everyone. You're watching the Evolution of MMO RPGs or MMORPGs. Today we'll be looking at Lord of the Rings Online, a game released in 2007, April 24. I'm joined by Mr. McCheeze here, who is playing the lute with his super epic helmet.
And I'm doing a good job.
Yes.
I think.
But yeah, this game got released in 2007 by the same company that released Dungeons and Dragons Online a year before this. This game was actually quite big in the start. It started out as a game where you needed to pay a fee for, so a monthly fee. I think they never released official numbers, I think, but it had around 1 million subscribers at some point, I believe, in the beginning. But then it went downhill, and somewhere in 2010 they figured to make it free to play, and it was a huge success because in 2010 it was actually the third most played MMORPG, and for good reason, because this game is actually quite good if you are a fan of player versus environment and all kinds of funny PvE stuff like playing a lute or doing slash handstand. Or
Well, you just gave me this loot right now, and the game is already way better.
look, I'm making an onion field. It is amazing.
You are so productive, Ozzy.
Yeah, I'm very productive.
So
yeah,
this is just gonna be our entire video, isn't it? Just us hanging out in a field, playing some music, growing some crops, you know?
This is it.
Yep,
Okay, harvest already. That went fast.
Around,
So I'm just showing off the crafting system here.
You truly have what's it called? Green hand something powerful.
Activate your.
You are a very powerful farmer, Ozzy.
Yes, I have a activate track crops. Hell yeah, I can track my crops.
Haven't you just farmed them?
Using the ingredients you have, pick a yellow onion at the workbench. What workbench? Oh, here's a workbench. Right, and then make. Amazing. Dude.
Wow.
So to explain how this works,
stuff from the...
it's actually you pick a certain crafting. How would you call that? Like a profession, and you get 3 crafting skills.
It's like a bunch of professions that are together, so they suit each other more or less.
Yeah. So I am like a geoman, which gives me farming, cooking, and tailoring, and you get like this little note here that says how you can start, and you get a simple quest like I just did here to get you started and how it works. It's actually quite genius how they introduce you to all this stuff, because this game is quite big and there's a lot of stuff to learn, because yeah, it's quite overwhelming in the start when you don't know what to do, but it has a good introduction and it shows you the basic stuff that you need to know. I've had not many problems with it. So I'm playing a minstrel here, which is like a bard class. I play instruments to heal and damage. Mr. Cheese is playing warrior. What are they called again here? I can't recall.
I don't even remember that right now. Actually, I'm called. Is that a?
Oh wait, I can just.
I don't even remember my class. It is like a warrior, yeah. But
You're a champion, right? That's correct. Okay, I guess we should go do some quests.
That's probably it.
So, something I want to go over in the crafting. This is a fairly extensive system because you need to gather lots of regens, and these are very intertwined with each other. You can't do one thing specific without the other, and you always get one skill that is not intertwined with the other one. I remember doing this because I used to play this game back in a long time ago. you get two professions that work well together, and the third one is kind of like the oddball out, but that really invokes for a lot of trading in the world, and the auction house always was very full with all kinds of stuff, which worked quite nice. So right now we're doing some quests. We got these temporary horses here. We have 49 minutes left to just get you going fast, going around the starting area, I guess. They didn't used to be in the game, by the way. This is quite new.
To run, because just try to take a look at the map. It's actually a pretty big area, and this is just the low-level area.
Yeah, I just showed people the map. So, like I said, this game is quite extensive. Oh, I had a little. So here's your basic social tab. Raid. You can make raids. Groups consist out of 6 people, and a raid is then 12 people and 24 people. So yes, there are raids in this game, and there are dungeons in this game. Like I said, it's a heavy focused PvE game. There is PvP, something called monster play, player versus monster they call it. Player versus monster play, actually PvMP they call it. It's quite a mouthful there.
Is that kind of like Dota? What?
I'm not sure. You kind of like when you go into the character creation screen, and I should show that off in a little bit. You can actually do monster play when your character gets level 10 and you become a high level monster, and you go into an instance area where other people might be, and you can just attack each other. It's quite weird, actually. So yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. But this game is very complicated. It has skills are very much interact with each other. Some skills are not available unless you use other skills, and other skills remove certain buffs from you. At least with my class, that's the case, and you really need to think about how you play.
But they have like this when you're creating a character, right? You can like see the difficulty of the class. It's actually like listed at this. This is a basic class I'm playing because I'm new to the game, whereas Oziriz was a bit more. I tried before, so we picked a more advanced class. Yeah. I think it's cool that they at least give you that heads up at first. I have no idea if the classes are, if my class are, or if Oziriz' class are better than mine because his is more advanced. But
yeah,
I don't think that's the case.
I should just show off the character creation real quick, right? I should just do that.
Yeah, you can do that. It's fine. I'll just hang around here, kill a few balls, you know, whatever I usually do in my spare time.
So yeah, this.
Oh, perhaps I'll play some more of my loot.
Oh, actually, right now. Yep. So it's quite funny because so this is where the free play comes in. See, these two classes, the Runekeeper and the Warden, came in after with the first expansion of the game. I actually own that, but since this game went free to play entirely, you now need to buy them for a very actually decent price. But it's pretty nice, the class that you can choose. But you can see here, Burglar, it says class ability advanced role support. Actually, there are more support roles than anything else in this game, which really shows that this game is all about teamwork. You will not enjoy this game if you will be playing alone. You need to have at least 1 or 2 people to have with you. Yeah, Captain is also support, moderate. Champion is damage, basic. Guardian, basic, defense. There are 2 defense classes, which are tanks. 2 damage dealers, the Hunter and the Champion. And then the rest is support. Except for the Minstrel, which is a healer, a pure healer. And I do believe the Runekeeper is like a healer / damage, because it has this neat little in-game, if you kind of know what Boomkins have, the solar versus lunar bar. It's kind of like that, only like with damage. Yeah, with like, well, I guess most people have. It's basically like a bar that when you do damage in one thing, your bar goes to the other side, and it works like that with Runekeeper as well, but then with healing and damage spells. So it's kind of neat. So there's only one side, only the good side that you're playing. It's, like I said, purely PvE based, and it is fairly simple, all this customization. It's not really much to it. But the game does look actually quite good.
Yes, it does.
So here's monster play. I will not go into that because it's not any interesting, and I will not be able to show it in the hour that will show off this game. So I will not go into that. Yeah, here I am again. Let's invite. Ah, you are playing. So there are actually people that make bands in this game and they play music. There are some YouTube videos and it is extremely awesome. It is really cool.
Yeah, we'll just leave a link in the comments so everybody can have a look, because as we saw, it was a video of some guys performing Freebird. It looked awesome.
This game is very social. I guess because there are not a lot of people that, you know, there are no PvPers, and PvPers are very competitive and like very arrogant and whatnot. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. But this game is, from when I played it, I was in a kinship, which is a guild, and those people were really helpful, really social, and the whole community seems to be like that, and it's really nice change from World of Warcraft, for example. So we're just killing bears, I mean.
I think we had a quest about killing bears as well.
Okay.
But I don't know, we can totally go do something else.
No, it's fine.
It's just, actually, from what I can tell so far, this is how many of the quests, this is just what many of the quests are. It's go talk to somebody, go kill something, go collect something.
Okay.
It seems to be the general thing.
Yeah.
And
yes.
I mean, last week when we had a lot of Dungeons and Dragons Online, that was like a big instanced world, and then just a lot inside of that, a lot of small instances or dungeons that you had to go and explore on your own. This is kind of the opposite, actually. I mean, I know there is dungeons in the game, but it's a huge open world. Again, as you showed the map before, right? So it's really big, and there's no like loading screens between the areas and all that. So it's totally different from Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Yeah, it totally is. This is a pure MMORPG. But as you level up, there's a lot of things to do in this game. There's epic quest lines that are really well written and really interesting, that send you to instances, raids, and also just, you know, hard areas. A lot of the higher level areas consist of loads of elite mobs that, you know, you'll have a hard time soloing, if at all. And it's just completely focused around this group questing, being with your group. But there are a lot of other things to do in this game that will help you while leveling up. So there's this deed log here, which is kind of like, oh wait, I'm gonna try this 1 second. Sorry to interrupt myself there, but I'm gonna do this. War speech, do some damage. Put this on you. Oh no, I can't put it on you because it changes. Never mind. Anyway, this deed log is kind of like achievements, but you have to kill 10 things of that, or explore this, or you know, complete a certain amount of quests in the area. But you get rewards for those, which are shit, where are they? Traits. So as you can see, you earn traits here. And then when you click on it, I'll go to the store, because apparently you can also just buy this for 10 tribute points, which I actually find kind of lame, but I guess it works, because traits don't really affect you that much. They're just like small buffs, compared to them like glyphs in WoW, I guess. Minor glyphs, even that. But yeah, these traits, you click on it and you see what you need to do. There's left like, complete this quest within Breland, and I need to complete 13 more quests in order to get this, and then it unlocks and you go to a bard, which then allows you to place this virtue, this trait here, and you have it for race, class, and legendary. And legendary are really hard to come by. I do believe you need to do raid content and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that really allows for some customization and some stuff to do. Also, another interesting fact, this is probably one of the first games that has a proper cosmetic outfit system. You can have several outfit systems which don't just change the look of the character. You keep the stats from your equipment, but you look like this character, which I find, I don't understand why more MMOs do it like that. At least not as well incorporated in the UI as this game, because it's a really neat feature. I've always loved that in this game. So I'm done explaining that. What are we doing?
I was just trying to figure out which quest we actually needed doing and stuff.
Yeah,
they're a bit all over the place, the quests we've gotten, and I don't like so they have like this quest tracker where you can see where in the world you have to go do stuff, and it's working all right, but you can only track a limited amount of quests.
5.
Which makes it a bit confusing at times.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. At least as long as we got the mounts, we are getting back and forth rather quickly.
It's really hard to keep track as well of other people who are on the same quest, or if they have already advanced to the next part. I see that you're on a later part of this one, because I didn't complete it.
I think that you can do it right over at this guy, perhaps. Ah, Jesus, I'm already lost. Everything looks kind of the same in this area.
Yes.
I'm guessing that generally the world is going to change a lot. I mean, we can try and ride down here in the swarms, and then we'll have something completely different from.
Yes, they change, but the continents, like this whole Breland, looks exactly the same. There are a few places that are different, like the forest over there and the Barrow Downs, which are actually really cool, but it is very repetitive, and that's probably why I stopped leveling, because it was so repetitive, the content.
Yeah.
It really got to me.
And that's definitely a problem. Even if they have a lot of cool stuff, it's just you get tired of like killing 10 boars, bring 10 boar livers or whatever. I mean, there's only so many things you can do with boars. It's just gets annoying.
Yeah.
But wow, this place looks kind of cool. We've been riding around this place several times. Haven't been out here. Oh wait, is that an orange spider? I don't think that's a good sign, is it?
Oh yeah.
Too low level for this?
No, we're not.
I have some quest out here. Ailing Hound. Collect fennel seeds. We have apparently we should collect some seeds out here from wherever. Also, one of the things that you mentioned that you had when you were playing, you had a player house, right?
Yes. Oh, I totally forgot that. So I won't be able to show you that because they're quite expensive and far away from where we are now. Actually, they're somewhere, I think here, if I remember correctly. But there are several places where you can buy houses, and it's basically like this instance where you go into, and you just have a neighborhood. You can choose a neighborhood, several, like 20 or so neighborhoods, which are all instanced, and you can buy a house in any of those. But you need to have an upkeep, so you need to pay weekly or daily, I can't remember, price to keep it available. But you get some really neat stuff, because bosses that you loot or certain items that you get, you can actually place in your house as a trophy, and you can make your house visible to strangers or friends, and you know, they can look into your house. You can even select certain friends and give them rights to change your interior, because you can change your your floors, you can change your walls, the paint on the walls and stuff like that, which is really cool. And you get like a chest.
That really sounds like an awesome system.
It is. You get like a chest as well, which you could share. But that's not all. You can even have one of those houses with your kinship, which is the guild. Make it have a huge hall, and you can just place stuff there that you've earned with the guild, and you know, hang out there, and it's really again.
So it's kind of like an achievement system, but just a physical achievement system, if you will, where you can like keep track of what you've been doing.
Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna take this out because I can't heal you in this form, so I'll play the support role.
Your soothing music that suddenly, makes me forget about my pain or whatever.
You can say what you want. It's super like unique and quite intriguing.
Yes, it is. It is. It's not. I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it's very cool. It just looks kind of funny. You're bringing forth your instrument and playing a bit of music, and suddenly I'm just a-okay.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things I've actually enjoyed so far is that the content has seemed pretty well scaled for 2 players to be playing together.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a pain if I had to do things on my own, because there was a few times where we had to do calls with multiple mobs.
Yeah.
Which was even difficult even if we were just 2 people, but for 2 people it seemed to be really, really well paced.
This whole game is just designed around playing together, really.
Yeah, it really feels like that way. Also, stuff like when we had to pick up different flowers, plants, or collect items, like quest items in the world, they wouldn't disappear when the first one had collected them.
Everyone can
just share them. So it's in no way is it annoying to be more multiple people on the quest.
No, you get rewarded for it, which is really cool.
So that's one other thing. Definitely pick this up with some guys you know and then do it together.
You will enjoy this. If you are a PvE player, if you're a PvE player, you will not like this game that much. The combat is kind of sluggish, kind of slow. It's, you know, it feels. When you get used to it, it's all right. But at first, like the jumping and stuff, the animations are kind of weird. You know, the combat is not very flashy. The skills are kind of boring looking. But when you are a PvE player or just an RP or whatever, you're into that questing with friends, then you will love this game. We will. I could easily play this with you. If we had time for this, I could easily play this with you in a weekly basis.
But then we'll have to choose between this and Dungeons & Dragons Online, which I also found pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of true.
What's the max level actually in the game? Just wondering.
So after 3 expansion packs, it's 75. In the first game, Shadow of Angmar, I think it was 50. And then, and then 2 expansions came along, and now it's 75. So there's some frame drops here.
Okay, and I have no idea how long that'll actually take, because I mean I'm like level 11 right now. That's actually been a pretty both smooth experience, but also gone pretty fast. Something I really like.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it will take forever.
So I'm having some frame skips when I don't know why, but
it may just be, perhaps it's just the reflections on the water or something. I could imagine that being a bit tough.
Yeah, maybe it's just loading the new area. It's not going well with DX story on, I guess. It's fine now though.
Okay, this is actually whenever I'm like trying to figure out which quest we have in this area. I'm opening up the map, seeing the quest, but I can't press on the quests on the map to see the quest text, so I have to like get out of the map and check.
Wait.
The quest track on the side of my screen.
Yeah, indeed.
But we just need to kill like these.
All right.
Actually, we could also try and like go to one of the big cities like Bree or something. I'd really like to see how that like looks. I mean, most people definitely have seen the movie, right? So
yes.
I'd actually like to see how it looks compared to the movie, because the areas we've been in so far, they aren't really famous or anything. They're just areas. I mean, they're probably areas that stay true to the lore somehow, because the lore in the game is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might do that, because this will basically just be us running around killing stuff, and that's, I mean, questing isn't that interesting.
Yeah, it's too bad that you will not be able to see Rivendell. That's like a 40 level area, I think, if I remember correctly, because that place looks.
We can't get there somehow.
No, I don't think so. But that place looks absolutely amazing. Really, really cool. Huge waterfall going through the city and stuff like that. But yeah.
Oh man, they don't have like portals in the game, right? So I can, or
they have fast travels, but you need to find the path first, I think. Unless they have changed something, I don't know.
Is there actually fast travel, or is it just like you have to pay for it? They have kind of like a transportation system where it can be transported on mounts from one location to another.
But you need to sit through the whole ride. But the fast travel does the same,
yeah, exactly.
Except
that's
when you walk out of the city, it will go into loading screen and you will load into like right before where you need to be, and then you do the last part on the mount.
Which, yeah, but again, you have to pay for it. It's one of those things. I mean, this game has very much the same paying model as Dungeons and Dragons Online, surprisingly enough, because it's the same company and everything is pretty much the same graphics wise and shop wise. But it's I don't mind it that much actually. It's not power, it's just convenience all the way around. Admittedly, I think you can buy some recipes for your crafting or for your professions, and I haven't actually looked at those to see how powerful they are. Supposedly not too powerful, but I'm actually not certain.
Yeah.
And even if they are, I'm sure you can sell the items on the auction house.
Yeah.
So all the players will have access to the item, but only those buying the recipe can craft them.
One thing that I remember when I was playing on my captain. Oh wait, I can complete the question. It was actually quite nice that how you got rewarded for farming in the world, because I used to farm like veins or mines, whatever, and you know, selling a stack, you actually got quite a large amount of money for it back in the day. Because like I said, the synergy is pretty good with professions and stuff. It's quite cool. You coming?
Yeah, I just got distracted by going the wrong way. Just one of those things. So down this road and to the left, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Also one of the things to note, which is just totally odd, but the mounts look awesome in this game. Especially the general riding animation and stuff.
Yeah, it does.
And the fact that even if you were strafing, it actually looked pretty cool. It's totally random information, but my parents has horses, so I know that.
Except for the jumping part, it's kind of beep.
Yeah, the jumping part is odd. But
so when
I actually don't think I've seen many games that are doing that well.
I remember for my high level riding skill, I needed to do a quest where I had to actually do a parkour and jump over things, and it was pretty tight, the amount of time that you had and need to make it. So yeah, welcome to Breeland.
Cool, that's great.
Bree.
Yeah, so this is Bree.
Yes.
Looks kind of like all the other cities we've been in, just bigger, but yeah.
The inn is over here, I believe.
Do we have the prancing pony somewhere? Oh, the prancing pony, excellent.
Yeah, it's right here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We shall go in.
I don't suppose we'll find Strider in there. Actually, you have a bit of interaction with some of the lore characters. So when you start the game, as a human, anyways, there's a different starting areas for the different races. You start in a prison where Strider is coming to rescue you, and then you're going through some stuff, and one of Strider's friends are getting wounded, and then you're going through all this little instance starting area where you are uncovering a plot, more or less.
Yeah.
And after that is done, you will be let loose in the world. And that's just about the first 10-ish levels.
Yeah. So they're actually looking for group system in this game. I don't know where it is right now. I don't think I have it yet because
I think it's in O. Press O, and then you can like go up in fellowing. The type called fellowing.
yeah, that's sort of like it, I guess. But I believe there's also an extra looking for group system, which is this one, I think. But you can't click on it yet because you're not high enough level for a dungeon yet. But yeah, they added that. But it's hard to find group for low level instances because most people are max level and they don't bother with the lower levels anymore. So it's best if you get your own group or get boosted, I guess.
Holy shit, Ozzy! I actually found Strider.
Awesome.
And I thought it was just, what? Travel now? It seems like he actually has a quest that brings us some special place. Should we try that out?
1 second.
I'm still inside there, and you can just take a look at the map.
Where are you? Take a look at the map,
Yeah, exactly. Just check the map. So there's maps for buildings in this game, which makes sense because when you go into the building, you will zone into it, more or less.
Yeah.
It works out all right, actually.